Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're taking a look at the world of electric vehicles,
It's a really interesting area right now.
but with a twist.
Yeah, a twist you might not see coming.
We're talking about BYD, the company that's already shaking things up,
They're already outselling Tesla
especially in China.
in China's huge EV market.
And now they're making a move that honestly surprised me.
Yeah, it's a bit of a head scratcher.
Because they're known for being all in on electric vehicles, but they just announced a hybrid engine.
Seems like they're going in a totally different direction.
It does. So what do you think is behind this move?
Well, EVs are gaining popularity, but there's still some big barriers for drivers,
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
like range anxiety,
Yeah.
worrying about running out of charge before you get to a charging station, and the availability of those stations is still a big issue.
Especially if you don't live in a big city,
Right, exactly. So a hybrid could address those concerns.
like giving you a fallback option.
Yeah, basically.
So they could be appealing to drivers who aren't quite ready to fully commit to an EV.
Absolutely. Maybe they're looking to capture a wider market share, like those drivers who like the idea of electric but still have some hesitations.
Makes sense.
And then there's also the possibility that this is a strategic move to get ahead of the competition.
Like a way to leapfrog everyone else?
Exactly. What if they develop a hybrid that's just way better than anything else out there?
That would definitely turn some heads.
For sure.
And it's interesting because this new engine is being touted as pretty groundbreaking. We actually have a clip of BYD's CEO Wang Chuanfu announcing it himself. Let's take a listen.
This is when he first revealed it to the world, so listen to the excitement in his voice.
Okay, here we go.
You can practically hear the wheels turning.
Audio clip plays.
Wow.
I can definitely feel the energy behind this project. He sounds pretty excited.
He does.
So what stood out to you about the announcement? What makes this engine so different?
Well, they're aiming for something pretty incredible, like a true merging of the best parts of electric and combustion engines.
So taking the best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. They're talking about high energy density, which basically means much longer range.
That's a big one for a lot of people.
Huge. And they're also emphasizing the ability to refuel quickly, so you don't have to worry about finding charging stations.
That would be great for those long road trips.
Right. No more planning your route around charging stops.
And hoping they're actually working when you get there.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big pain point for EV drivers, and they're addressing it head on.
And it sounds like they're going to deliver on the fuel efficiency, too.
They are. They claim this engine could get better mileage than any current gas car.
Wow.
But you still get that instant torque that makes electric driving so fun.
So it's not just about range, it's about performance and efficiency together.
Exactly, a combination that we haven't really seen before.
And I'm wondering, how does this new engine differ from the hybrid technology that's already out there?
That's a great question, and it gets to the core of what BYD is doing. Most existing hybrids really still rely mainly on the gas engine.
The electric motor's kind of secondary?
Yeah, playing a supporting role, but BYD's approach seems different. It sounds like a more integrated system where both parts work together.
Working more seamlessly.
Yeah,
That sounds ambitious.
it really does.
I wonder how other companies are reacting to this announcement. We've got Tesla, Rivian, Ford, GM,
All the big players.
and they've all been putting a lot of resources into all-electric vehicles. Are they going to have to rethink things now?
It's a big question. This could really shake things up in the industry. Will BYD's move make those companies reevaluate their focus on all electric? Could we see hybrids becoming the new standard and driving even more innovation?
It's like BYD's throwing down a challenge,
Kind of.
daring others to catch up.
Yeah, and with any bold move like this, there are going to be some challenges.
For sure, it can't all be smooth sailing.
Not at all. I mean, first of all, there's just the complexity of making two very different power systems work together seamlessly.
Yeah, I imagine that's pretty tough.
It is. You have to get the energy flow right, ensure smooth transitions, manage all the different operating characteristics. It's a lot of engineering.
So it's not as simple as just sticking a gas engine and an electric motor together.
Definitely not. There's a lot of intricate stuff going on under the hood.
What else could be a problem for them?
Well, there's the cost factor. Building a hybrid like this with all its advanced technology is going to be expensive, especially at first, more expensive than making a purely electric vehicle.
That makes sense.
And maybe the biggest challenge of all is convincing people who are already leaning towards all electric to go for a hybrid. They'll have to prove that this technology is a real step forward.
They'll need to show that it's better than what's already out there.
Right.
It's a lot to consider.
It is. We've talked about their reasons for making this engine, the challenges they face, the bigger picture for the car industry.
But I think in part two, we should really break down the technology itself.
Yeah, get into the nuts and bolts of what makes it so unique.
We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back. I was thinking about this during the break. We were talking about BYD's goals for this engine, like the extended range, quick refueling, that amazing efficiency. But How do they actually pull it off? What's going on under the hood that makes it so different?
Well, it's all about this really intricate dance between the electric motor and the combustion engine, like a carefully planned performance where each part steps in when it's most efficient.
So it's all about timing.
Yeah, exactly. Like in the city with all the stop and go traffic, that's where the electric motor really shines. Gives you that instant torque, and you've got regenerative braking capturing energy that would normally just be lost.
Ah, regenerative braking. I've heard that term, but I'm not really sure I understand how it works.
Oh, it's actually pretty cool when you hit the brakes in an EV or a hybrid with regenerative braking. The electric motor basically switches roles. Instead of using electricity to move the car, it acts like a generator, taking the energy from the slowing car and turning it back into electricity.
So it recharges the battery?
Yeah, exactly. It's like getting a little boost every time you brake.
So you're not just saving fuel, you're actually getting some of that energy back.
That's the idea. But what about those long highway drives where the combustion engine is doing most of the work? How do they get such incredible fuel efficiency?
That's what I'm wondering.
Well, that's where the high energy density comes in. Remember we talked about that?
Mm-hmm.
BYD hasn't told us everything yet, but they're probably using some pretty advanced battery tech that packs more energy into a smaller space.
So the battery's more powerful?
Yeah, basically, and that means the electric motor can contribute more power for longer, so the gas engine doesn't have to work as hard.
Interesting. And I bet they've made the engine itself more efficient, too.
Right, they've probably optimized it with things like advanced combustion cycles and reduced friction. All these little things add up.
So it's not just one big breakthrough, it's a bunch of smaller improvements working together.
It's a real engineering feat, and this is where BYD's experience really comes into play. They've been making hybrids for the Chinese market for years, so they know what they're doing.
Right, they're not exactly rookies.
Not at all.
But even with all this innovation, they still have to convince people to buy these cars, especially with so much hype around all-electric vehicles. Do you think they can do it?
Well, it's a challenge, but they have a pretty good story to tell. This isn't just another hybrid. This is like a bridge between gas cars and the future of electric transportation.
A way to ease people into the idea of electric?
Right, and that could be really appealing to drivers who are interested in EVs, but still worried about things like range and charging stations.
It's like offering the best of both worlds.
You got the performance and sustainability of electric with the convenience of gas.
But let's be realistic here. Are there any downsides to this approach? Things that drivers should be aware of?
That's a good point. It's important to look at the whole picture. One thing to consider is the complexity. A system with this many parts could be harder to fix if something goes wrong, and more expensive too.
That makes sense.
And, while BYD is really focused on efficiency, it's probably not going to be as clean as a pure electric vehicle.
Sure, there are always trade-offs.
But it seems like BYD is betting that for a lot of drivers, the benefits will outweigh the drawbacks.
Like it's a worthwhile compromise.
Exactly. And, it's not about saying one technology is better than the other. It's about having options for different needs and priorities.
Finding the right fit.
Exactly. And this engine could be a game changer for people who want a more eco-friendly car but aren't quite ready to go fully electric.
So with all this talk about hybrids and EVs, what does it mean for regular gas cars? Are they on their way out?
That's a really interesting question, and I think we should explore that further when we talk about the bigger picture of what BYD is doing and what it could mean for the future of transportation.
Welcome back. We've spent a lot of time talking about this hybrid engine from BYD.
It's a fascinating development.
But now I want to zoom out a bit and think about the bigger picture.
Yeah, what does this mean for transportation as a whole?
Exactly. Is this a step towards a greener future, or is it a step backwards?
That's a question a lot of people are asking.
Sure.
Some people say that any use of fossil fuels, even in a hybrid, is bad.
Yeah, like it's moving us in the wrong direction.
Right. They think we need to go all in on electric vehicles and make sure they're powered by renewable energy.
And I get that we're facing a climate crisis. Reducing our reliance on fossil fuels is important.
Absolutely. But on the other hand, some people argue that we need to be more realistic.
Like a more gradual approach.
Exactly. In many parts of the world, the infrastructure for EVs just isn't there yet. Charging stations are scarce. Renewable energy isn't always available. So in those cases, hybrids could be a good bridge.
Like a stepping stone.
Exactly. A way to cut emissions while we build out the infrastructure for a fully electric future.
It's like don't let perfect be the enemy of good, right?
Exactly. Sometimes progress means taking smaller steps instead of waiting for the perfect solution.
And who knows, maybe this will lead to even more innovation in hybrid technology.
That's a good point. BYD's engine is just one example.
Yeah, we're already seeing so much progress in areas like batteries and engine efficiency.
It's really moving fast.
What if this sparks a whole new wave of development and everyone starts making even cleaner hybrids?
That would be amazing. It could really accelerate the move towards sustainable transportation.
This reminds me of that Italian company we talked about, Newtron, the one that converts gas cars to electric.
Oh, yeah.
It's another sign that things are changing.
The automotive landscape is becoming so much more diverse.
It is, and that's a good thing for consumers.
Absolutely. More options, more innovation, more solutions that are tailored to people's needs.
Like the right tool for the right job.
Exactly. Sometimes an EV is the best choice, sometimes a hybrid makes more sense, and there will always be situations where a gas car is still the most practical option.
The important thing is to have all those options available and to keep pushing the boundaries in every category.
I totally agree. The future of transportation isn't about choosing one technology over another. It's about finding the right balance.
Between what's practical and what's sustainable.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing you hope our listeners take away from this?
I think the main takeaway is that the automotive industry is changing so quickly.
It really is.
The future is full of possibilities, and it's an exciting time to be following these developments.
Definitely.
We need to stay informed and engaged because the choices we make today about transportation will have a big impact on the world of tomorrow.
And that's a great point. We all have a role to play in shaping the future, and a big part of that is being curious, asking questions, being open to new ideas.
Absolutely.
Who knows what incredible innovations are just around the corner? I want to leave you all with one final thought to ponder. What does your dream car of the future look like? What features would it have? How would it contribute to a more sustainable world? Let us know in the comments. This has been another fascinating deep dive. We can't wait to explore more with you soon. Don't forget to like this episode and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking conversations. Until next time, keep those minds curious and those engines running clean.